Did you see it?
Hello.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. That's 2 new people so far.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Oh, what is with this lag? Hang on. That makes no sense whatsoever. I should not be having that much of a CPU lag. Hang on a second. That makes no sense whatsoever. What is going on? Quit the Unity Hub. Let me try and get rid of as many useless things as possible. Who is that? Who is who? Who is me? Why is there 2 voices? There should be only 1.
Hello.
Hello? Hang on. Now I'm curious, why is there 2 voices? What does it sound like on my stream? One sec. Blah. No, it's just the one voice. Like, maybe you have 2 voices because of, like, 2 different windows or something like that. Someone asked for a cookie, but I didn't give it to them in time. Cookie for Thunder Wraith, though. Here you go. Here's your cookie. I wonder what FemZeebs would look like. Stop asking what FemZeebs would look like. There isn't a FemZeebs out there. You're set hello world as notification. Oh, you mean the... Hang on.
Hello. Hello.
There we go. It should only happen once.
Hello.
It should only happen once within StreamerBot. So, hang on. Properties. Yeah, there should only be like 1 instance.
Hello.
What is it?
Hello.
Nope, just 1. You definitely need to double check your settings. It ain't a thing on me. But yeah, hi everyone. And so Thunder Wraith was the first one to say hello. Or
Hello.
at least heya. And then Jason got the actual first redeem. Welcome, welcome. Then we got YY. I don't know how to say that name. Sir Dragon is over there. So yeah, I am starting this a little bit earlier than normal. So, because I very much want to go through more Star Wars. I'm a huge fan of this kind of nonsense. So, I am... Hang on a sec. I need to change the middle thingy-majiggy to my preset. There we go. And then I need to press play. And then here we are. You used to be called Thunder Sims. Oh. Pause that. Didn't know that. Wait, who's Thunder Sims? Alright, so this is where I am. Oh. We can now do the thingy-madiggies.
We need the tuner back.
Gives them access to everything Kree locked down.
So yeah. Oop. So yeah, so very much. Oh, you changed your name. That's what. So yeah, very much a fan of Star Wars and all that. So hang on, where are you? There we go. All right. That Astral Dreamer, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. There's a box on my head. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Starting like half an hour early because I very much just wanted to keep playing this game. It is very much fun, and I want to get through all that kind of things. You saw Himbo, all I needed to see to get a follow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the follow.
Then documenting, noting, logging, lot of bureaucracy.
Lol. Okay, so I can do that. That's a nice little learning thing. But yeah, thank you for the follow, and I'm glad that we have Himbo aficionados with us. I have made small changes to my oh,
Maintenance paths should get
there
us
we go.
topside.
I have made small changes to my model that are not going to be immediately obvious, but hello. They're not going to be immediately obvious, but if anyone ever steals my shirt, they might be, you know, they might have a clue as to what's happening. Alright, so. Okay. There we go. Alright, then we use that. We get our check it out. Actually, you won't be able to notice this through this angle, but you'll notice more with this angle. Thank you for the hyper himbo. Okay, so one thing I've recently learned, I need to fix some of my shape keys because let me put it back to this. So, because I've kept like one of the, there's like a particular shape key I have turned on that I had for like a, oh yeah, removing the nipple. Because fun fact. Wolk does a really good job with nipples and shit.
I went on the raiders by bringing you your head. You're done for, Jedi. You can't escape this place. It's over.
There we go. That did it.
Stem BD.
And I nearly died for that.
Thank you, buddy.
But yeah, I'm gonna experiment with having proper nipples, and I just realized I've kept intro fighters on all this time. I need to get rid of that. As tempting as it would be to... Oop. There we go. So wait, why would they... That makes no sense. But yeah, so that's something I'm going to be experimenting with is, you know, bringing back the zebra nipples. Because, you know, I've seen a lot of different people... Thank you for the boops. I've seen a... They're like silicone tits? Absolutely not. They are 100% natural that a zebra can get. Alright, so where am I supposed to go from here? Okay, so I am supposed to go there. Alright. And I just skipped, like, an entire section. You want to be between them? Never. Sorry. You can get hugs, but... Oop. You can get hugs, but I can never, like, house them... Oh, Jesus. House them between me tits.
Killing me won't stop us. Deflected. Stop cowering! Why'd you have to come along? Not my day to die!
Bonk. There we go.
Can I get a stem BD?
Getting really distracted really easily. I'm not that good of a gamer. I can't do like the two things at once.
There. Sorry, old droid, but I promise you're gonna.
Oh, when you wrote hello, there was the hello from my voice, but then the hello from the notification. Yeah, so I thought I was being very clever by having that hello available. Oh, what? Because it has that thingy-majiggy, that's why. And this goes back up. They're natural, but they're so big compared to your body. I think that's the point. I think that's the point. Alright, here we go. Plus, like, normally you don't have the black on there to, like, you know, demonstrate the size of the nipples or anything like that, so scale, I think, was always lost.
Target is vulnerable.
Stay alert. Data deflected. System damage.
Eating Hawaiian One Star paid me to say hello Siri. Play Despacito.
Despacito. What game are we playing? We are currently playing what's-a-mahoozy. We're currently playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I just realized why my nipples are so big, because I totally forgot. Someone went and hyper himboed me. It was Sir Dragon. That's who did it. Oh, and then I see Savage was the one who stole my shirt. I thought it was Jason. Hi, Savage. Sorry I didn't say hi to you sooner. My goodness. Do I just not keep up with, you know, viewers and such?
Bode? Bode, can you hear me?
Hey-oh.
Must be at a range.
Jason036
jamming our
thinks you
comms.
should do 20 squats.
I'm sure he's okay. But for now, we have to go it alone.
I suppose 20 squats. It had to get started at some point. But yeah, one of the things I definitely need to look into is fixing the shape keys. I'll probably be able to get it done in my free time after this stream as well. Just re-enabling particular shape keys and turning off others. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2. Yes, I know this is my streaming time. I decided to stream early, Siri. Thank you very much. 1. I'm going to have to do this again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm doing squats. 13. Didn't you see the redeem? 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Thank you for the 20 squats, Jason. But yeah, that's a thing I do in my stream. Curl for abs? No, squats. I do the squats because that's something I can do while I have the leap motion attached to my chest. So I'm not doing curls or crunches or push-ups. Huh. Alrighty. Gotta find our buddy Bodhi. 20 squats and that's hard breathing? Yes! I am not that fit IRL. You're welcome to join with me on the 20 squats.
Maybe
Amazingly
we can get to that
enough,
turbo lift now.
I'm not as built as this Zeeb is IRL. Wait, what? How did I...
Let's stop for a moment.
How did I end up back here? Oh, it's so... Because I was down at, like, the thingy-majiggy. It's down at the... Because we were down at, like, the landing gear. We had to get back up to the core. That's why. Now it's making sense. I don't know... 1, 2, 3. Okay. There we go. I absolutely despise the droidicas. Alright, and then we climb back up here. How did he force you to do it? It's a redeem. It's a channel point redeem. Because as a streamer, I use channel points to try and, you know, curtail individuals to, you know, either interact with me or with my stream through either conversation or fun little channel point redeems. It is how it is. And we have all these vector tanks. Break you.
I'll sell that
There we
after I
go.
sell you.
And then... how do I get to that thing? There's definitely a way, I just don't know it just yet. And then we got this guy with the big hammer.
Come on, show me your strength. He's swift. Make it count, Jedi. What? That had to hurt.
Quick, help!
Ow.
You don't look good in this galaxy. Oh,
Why did you decide to set 20 to the channel point reward? It started off as 10 squats at first, but I was able to do those in like a single stride, like with relative ease. So then it went up to 15, and then I was able to do that with, you know, relative ease on a stride. So then I brought it up to 20. It looks like Dark Souls. Well, yeah, it has that Dark Souls like whole, you know, ducking and dodging and what have you, but it's, you know, not as problematic because you don't have like, you know, hundreds of different weapons to choose from and a magic system all within it.
I'll never break. Count.
Ow.
Remember your training. He bleeds. Do better. There.
Oh, he is really heavy.
I need one.
Back. Make it count, Jedi.
Ow. There we go. I hope that you don't rise your heels when you're squatting. No. I have had Avalon Haas and Bone Mass Dog give me so much shit about how I do my squats, and I'm gonna be real with you, I do them just fine, thank you very much. I may be Himbo, but I'm not a complete idiot on how to, you know, do squats and what have you. Alright, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Oh, interesting. There's this section as well. go. What was that meant to do? Oh, so I get a new thingy. Okay. Neat.
Toss this.
There we go.
More priorite. Wonder what this will fetch at Doma's shop.
There we go. And there's another one there I need to pull down as well.
The enemy is here.
Ow. There we go. You can put 5-kilogram discs under your heel to do more? But I thought I wasn't supposed to raise my heels. Like, why would I put discs under my heels, but, you know, lift my if I'm not supposed to lift my heels? That don't make sense. Ah, that's how I get to this thingy-majiggy. Okay. Bloop, 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 bloop. Figure out what that does. Okay, so we get a skill point. Use that to go through here. Please let... Thank you, Jason. Thank you. And I like the way I do my squats so far. And besides, I'm the one that has to do them, like, repetitiously. I used to do them like every 10 minutes or so, which was rather insane. So, droidicas. Yes, droidicas. I don't like them. They're actually, like, weirdly difficult to do as well. Because, like... Oops, there we go.
Nice hit.
Like, you can't break their shields, unless you get, like, really up close to them, or you deflect their blaster bolts. But unlike the stormtroopers with the Gatling gun, where it only takes like 2 or 3 of the shots for their blaster bolts to break the shields, with the droidicas, you have to block every single one of them. Let me see if I can find a droidica again. I know they're hellish, but they're not supposed to be impossible. I'm a fucking Jedi, Avalon. Also, hi, Avalon. Welcome to the stream. Here it is. Like, look at that. And then I have to, like... So watch this. Like, even all of his... There we go. So yeah, so even if I block all their bolts, it's like, oh, I have to, you know... Oop, there we go. I have to, like, be perfect on that one and then run in. Even Obi-Wan struggled with droidicas. Obi-Wan Kenobi, at the time we saw him with droidicas, was when he was a Padawan. And other times that he's not decided to engage with droidicas was when there was multiple droidicas and Battle Droid Mark IIs surrounding him and Anakin. And this was also that they could get to the Chancellor at the time. It's common for beginners to put discs under their heels because very often beginners' Achilles tendons isn't flexible so much for it. Ah, what about the Battle for Geonosis? What about the Battle of Geonosis? They dealt with, you know, B1s and B2s there. The Battle for Geonosis and Attack of the Clones did not have droidicas as a common engagement when it was the Jedi in the battle arena. The droidicas only came in when the clones were like, you know, it was clone troopers against battle thingamadiggies. There were droids in the older product, so how is that only Mark II? The fuck are you on about? When they boarded Dooku's ship. No, that's Revenge of the Sith. And like I said in Revenge of the Sith, it was when there was multiple droidicas and BD2s. There was like a lot of crazy shit going off. I will Point is, however, like I'm not going to do a straw man argument about how good Obi-Wan Kenobi is. The point is, Cal Kestis should have been able to take on droidicas with, like, you know, doing the whole, like, bing, 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 bing.
Is unparalleled.
Oh, he's got his
Sending a
old
droid
Jedi robes
facing
on this time.
yourself, such cowardice.
A small price to pay for her sparing your life.
Tell me, did the Jedi's death satisfy you?
He escaped.
All those years of incarceration dull your edge.
Sharp enough to see the Jedi might be your equal.
Say it again and I'll cut out your tongue.
This fucking immortal species just decides to look at a Jedi and just be like, oh, he's probably good enough to take on you, and he's just like fucking challenging him. All right, hang on. I want to change my thing. Okay, so we got tactical here. I want to change. All right, we're gonna change to this cape, and then Rebel Hero, Scoundrel. All right, we're gonna go with Scrapper, and then pants. Let's see. I'm gonna keep to Commander. I'm gonna keep the full mustache and goatee though. We have right before an enemy hits to regain some force meter. Ah, so that's how you want me to do it.
Dagan, listen. The Jedi is a threat.
Not now that we have this.
He's gonna try and get it back.
The device's frequencies. We can now access any site she sealed.
Well done, Ravis. You, activate the forest array. Go to the Shattered Moon. I know where Centauri hid the last compass.
Dagan.
Do they know there's that I'm just hiding above there? Like, the Jedi's gotta have some force sensitivity.
I will consider my oath to you fulfilled.
What then, old friend?
The galaxy has changed. There are many wars, but little honor to be won from them.
Once we are on Tanalorr, perhaps we can dream up a new war. You and I.
Is that what he wants?
Perhaps.
And besides, what about the war? Like the fucking rebels versus the Empire?
Scrap the droid.
No. Centauri must have purged the droid's memory bank. Has no knowledge of the compass. I will tear it down to the bolts and reprogram it to serve me as it once served her.
That's a bit much. But yeah, what does he mean? Is like, oh, a lot of wars, but no, some with little honor. It's like, I'm sorry, but wouldn't going against the Empire for freedom and democracy not be a really good reason? All right, where the fuck can we go? How did I get to here? All right, so this looks like, whoa. Okay, so oh. Okay, I do not know how you want me to. Oh, hang on. Okay, so now I'm here. Raise you up. Raise you up. Is there anything on this thing to get? No. Alright, cool. There we go, and then we run. Oh, Jesus. Did not plan that. The most powerful skill in the Jedi's toolkit is the parkour. Yes, just parkouring. Oh, nope. Not hardcore. Hang on. So he goes. Am I missing something here? Oh, no, because there's the running thingy-majiggy over there. Okay, hang on a second. So, is it just sitting there? Yeah, it's just sitting there. I need to get that up. Is it going to stay up? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Bring these guys down. Not like that. What is the 30-second ad? That 30-second ad should have been a long time ago now. Alrighty, so now I should be at the elevation I need to be. Unless, of course, the thingy-majiggy just decides to drop down itself. There we go. But yeah, hi there, Morse. Welcome to the stream. Actually, I have just remembered. I need to do something while you're in my thingy-majiggy. I need to add a particular group to you. There we go, streamer. And then exclamation point SO. Wait, am I not saying your name correctly? Morse? Like, that is how you say it, right? Why are you calling me Grant? Like, it's M-O-R-S-E. That's Morse, right? Like, Morse code. Have I been saying your name wrong all this time? I don't know how to say your last name. I want to say it's like amalgam. I think I want to say. No, don't. I'm not Grant. You guys are just gonna come up with like made up names for me, aren't you? Grant, Grant. Hi Meeps, welcome to the stream. Or Morp, or Mork, like in Morp and Mindy. No, stop calling me. That's just Grunt. Grantis. I will not accept any of these names. If you are ever at Furdu, Meeps, and you decide to shout out Grunt, I am just gonna think you're crazy and not think that you're associated and looking for me at all. No, you have it right. It's just I like saying yours Grunt. Oh. Hang on a second. Is this gonna be a trap? Nope, it's not a trap. Cool. I can sense the echo and see what I get. Grenton. Alright, so... Alright, so our options are... Grunt, Grantis, Darth Gruntis. Darth Gruntis, which just simply means Darth Grunt. Oh my god, I actually have skill points I could be using. Hang on. Skills. I want to get the last of the survival done, and then I can, like, redo thingy-majiggy. So I can hold O to automatically dodge. Lol. Could be useful. And then this one increases the block faster. Alright. So what will this do? Confuse an additional target. You won't do anything useful. Increases force recovery when doing a perfect thingy. Increases the duration of slow on enemies. Yes, because I don't really use that often. What are you guys doing? What are these names? Hang on a second. That's one of the other things I forgot to do. Hello there, Avalon. Hang on. I need to try and get the stream deck up. Because I forgot to add in a particular... button on my stream deck. So, hang on a second. So, copy...
Hello!
Paste. So, change it from... So, I need... Hello there as well. Sorry, I forgot to say hello there sooner. Alright, so, on the... So this is main stage. Alright, so... Delete. Hang on. Filter. So on the main stage, I have chat zoom. There we go. Alright, so... what the fuck? Gruntis. Zebrinium. Zobra. Zebdis. Hello, Grunt. Hello, Grantoruni. Hello, Grantotini. Wait, hang on. I didn't say that correctly. Hang on a sec. Grantoni. Grantutuni. Groofus? That's not even close to Grant. That's just fucking Rufus with a G. Fucking Groofus and Grenticles. Ah, yes. Because I just have, like, all these, like, weird tentacle-y appendages. So, yeah. Oh! Morse! 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 Morse. You're a professional streamer, right? Like, you've been at this, like, a lot longer than I have, right? Don't panic. No, stop it. Stop it with the silly names. Quick question. Could this get me in trouble? This level of detail on the nipples. Like, because I'm gonna put the black in the nipple, so then that way you can tell the difference between peck and nipple. You can't easily see it right now, and what's more is I didn't do the thingy-madiggy for you know, turning back on the whole, oh yeah, you know, let's get rid of the safe for work thingy-madiggy and, you know, bring volume back to the nipple, because so yeah, because normally these nips, you know, there's a bit of volume to them. They're not just like, you know, some like little bump. They're like they got some heft. They got some heft to them. The nip nops could probably. I think TOS states female presenting nipples. Excellent. I am clearly not a woman. Jason, stop looking at my chest. Stop looking. Why are you wanting to look at my tits? Alrighty. Okay, so I've done all those. I can reset these abilities if I don't like them. Jason just sort of being like, Booba? Ah! Look at this dumb Zeebs. Look at him. Look at that dumb Zeebs. Also, hi there, Sky. Also, I just realized, put my shirt back on. There we go. Alright, where am I going? Okay, I'm gonna check out what's behind these doors.
Anywhere. Ready, begin.
Thank you for the 69 bits. Thank you for the 69 bits. Skate pods?
Skate
Ooh, it
pods.
makes noise.
Might come in handy.
Alrighty, so. Alright, cool. We got those escape pods. Now we just need to go into this thingy-madoogs. Z! Oh my gosh! It's our robot! The High Republic robot Z!
Let's get you out of there.
Do hurry, Cal. He's going to reprogram me.
Wait, couldn't you have just, like,
droid is
slipped? You could have just slipped your hands out of those cufflinks, I'm pretty sure.
Myself.
So you survived Ravis. How?
Trust in the Force.
You murdered your fellow Jedi.
I struck down those who stood against me.
Oh, he's got a double-sabered
Even
lightsaber.
if you believe the Council betrayed you, they were still your family.
How arrogant that you would presume to know what drives me?
What I can see is your obsession with Tanalorr has blinded you. Whatever happened, you can't change the past. Trust me on that one.
Perhaps you're right. The past is a chain. I must sever it.
Cal's got your hair stuff. Oh, Jesus! Damn it. Now we have to deal with this one-armed Jedi again. Here's the thing as well, is he's able to do, like, force pushing. Oh,
The droid
Jesus.
is mine! Tanalorr is mine!
Uh-oh.
Master Creature have left you in that tank to rot! Freedom!
I'm sorry, Z. Freedom came at a very steep cost. Alrighty. Just stab him with the free arm. Yeah, but I
Hang on,
didn't
Z.
do the split
That's not
thingy-majiggies.
the plan.
Oh, gee. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. He's just spinning one around.
Trivial. I pity you.
Ah, fuck. Why are you so much... Oh, Jesus.
Death awaits you. Help, please.
Ow.
Waste of my time. Scared.
Ow. There he goes again, pushing me with his, you know, non-existent hand. Look, he's doing the thingy where he, like...
Fail. I sense your fear. You're finished, Jedi. Die. You're slipping.
Ow.
Amusing. Does it hurt? Help me, BD. Wretch. Tanalor is mine,
Oh.
and I will strike down anyone who stands in my way.
Yes, there is a Sith that does that. It's the weird blind lady that followed us. Spoiler alert for KOTOR 2. We had a Sith master on our ship or some shit like that as we tried to, you know, bring back the Jedi Order in Knights of the Old Republic 2. Yeah, she was a bit of a bitch. She's voiced by the lady that did the voice of the old lady in Fable 2 and the Quidditch trainer, not the Quidditch trainer, the brooms flying trainer in the first Harry Potter film. Fairly sure it was her. His arm is just non-existent but acts as invisible. Well, someone cut it off is what happened. His, like, a buddy or something like that cut it off last time, so... There we go.
Can you still fight?
That was very fast. That was he killed me a lot quicker then, and I was a lot more boisterous then. But thank goodness he's not just, you know, holding on to 6 lightsabers at once. It's still spooky that he's like, oh, let me just use a double-sided lightsaber while I have only one hand.
Time to finish this. How dare you! How sloppy. Still standing. You cannot last. Pathetic. Help! You will fail. You're weak. Really? Help, please! Does it hurt? How dare you! You'll have to try harder. Tanalor
Oh, here we go.
is mine, and I will strike down anyone who stands in my
Suck
way.
that, boy.
Help me! I'll break you. Suffer. Weak. You won't last. Now it ends.
Ow.
How utterly disappointing.
I thought if I did like the death, you know, windmill thingy-majiggy, I would be better at it, but I guess not. Let's see, what... I wonder how painful he would be with... Instead of the cross-guard stance, I wonder... So yeah, because while this has greater power, it has, like, the worst speed. And I'm, like, up close and personal to him, like, way too much. I'll stick to the double-bladed at the start, because that's good for, you know, getting in there and doing my blocks, because I need to do a lot of them. And up there.
I'll break you. Die. Still
Ow.
standing. Scared. I don't think so. You're slipping. I pity you. You're weak. Up here.
Ow.
Fatboy underscore 97 thinks
You
should
are
do
picking the
20
worst
squats.
time for me to do squats.
Once more.
Help! Sim! Hit me!
How dare you?
Can you still fight?
Up here!
Pathetic. You will fail. Doesn't hurt. You won't last.
Now, BD!
I don't think so. I sense your fear. You fool.
How dare you?
Tanalor is mine.
There we
And I
are.
will strike down anyone who stands in my way. Suffer. You're finished, Jedi. Cross me again.
Ah!
You were never
Alright,
truly-
fine. Let me do my 20 squats. Here we go. This guy is going to be a little bit intense. I am going to probably have to do the 100% concentration technique. He's missing an arm. I know code. It is still difficult while he's missing an arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you for the 20 squats. Alrighty. Oop. Where's the thingy? There we go. Alright, meditate on this. Let me have a look at my skills real quick. Where am I putting my lightsaber stuff? Because it's kind of all over the place. Like, I've got a lot of double-bladed, but then I got something in single, dual, blaster, and cross. Which I should really fix up. Your first skill tree reset is free. After this, spend 1 skill point to respend and refund all skill trees. You will still keep any skills acquired in-game. Huh. It's gonna cost me 1 skill point to get everything back and move it into other things. Not great. So I've put a little bit into crossguard. I've put a lot of work into the double-bladed. I'm gonna go back to crossguard because it does still do like pretty big hits to him and such. I just need to be, you know, mindful of when the openings are and such.
You're slipping. Amusing. Time to finish this. Is that it? Trivial. I don't think so. You will fail. Amusing. Does it hurt? Hey, BD? How dare you? Really? You're finished, Jedi. Toss it! Amusing.
That's intense.
Pale.
And I even like looked at chat like 2 or 3 times. So hang on. All right, so. That's 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go.
Suffer. I don't think so. You wretch! Right here, BD. You'll have to try harder. How dare you! Toss it! Pathetic. You're weak. No mercy. Hey, BD. Trivial. Scared. Weak. Cross me again. Tanalor is mine, and I will strike down anyone who stands in my way. here, buddy? Waste of my time. You're finished, Jedi. Now. Scared. So you're learning. Cross me again. How sloppy. I don't think so. How dare you? Toss it. Die. You're slipping. Hurry! Waste of my time.
Yes! His attack pattern is bullshit. Just a little bit, but I got it. I just had to not pay attention to chat. I am so sorry. Hi there, Lit Nightlight. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Oh, and he has to be bullshit like that. Cookie for Hawaiian pizza. God, the amount of force use this guy uses. Oh.
Hey, back to breath.
Hey, back to breath.
So, this is the guy you told me about.
Yeah. It's as friendly as ever.
You've delayed me long enough.
You abused your force moves in the blaster and just ran around in circles? Ah, fair enough. You still need to hit him to get, like, blaster bolts, I'm fairly sure. So, and I don't have the skill tree set up really well, so...
You're not getting away that easy.
Thanks.
Thank goodness we got him to save us.
Active their powers bound in brotherhood.
I didn't realize you were there all this time.
Z.
I got her. Meet you up there.
Ooh, we get a thingy-madiggy. Alright, what do we get? He's overcompensating with an arm. Fair enough. Oh, an increased life total. That would have been nice. It would have also been nice if he gave me like a bigger life total, but sure. Alright, Young Dunk Dink. There we go.
Come on, Z. Let's keep moving.
Perhaps that's wise. Dagan is positively mad. He kept going on and on about some compass.
Your master created them to navigate the abyss.
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
Well,
She purged that knowledge from your memory.
That would explain it. Well, Dagan is certain that she left a compass for him to find.
Let's hope so.
Dagan sent Ravis to check out another array on the moon. Maybe we'll find it there.
Back to the moon. Great.
Oh, Master Kree, why did you send me to free that traitor?
People are complicated. Maybe she thought the Order got it wrong.
If only we could ask her. Please let us leave this dreadful place.
alright.
Safest way out of here.
Sure about that?
No.
Okay then.
You seem nervous. I'm going with him.
Hop aboard, Z. See you at the outpost.
Yep, I'm coming.
Alright, hopefully this doesn't kill us. Oh, it kind of looks like the whatsamahoozy from the Millennium Falcon nearly, with the...
I hate these things.
To be fair, your master died in one of these, and you just had to sit there with his corpse as you guys, like, crashed into Bracca. good, Cal? Hopefully you're good. It looks like there's been a lot of damage. Do we not get to see, like, what the other side of the capsule looks like? Please? I wanted to know, like, where it shot me.
Remind me to never do that again.
Really now? Turn around and the front is gone. I am... Not to worry. At least we're still flying with half a ship.
Dagon must have sent Ravis to get the compass. Maybe the force array powers something on the moon. It's a guess. But if Ravis is on his way there, that's where we need to be too.
Alright, there was something we could get if we had the thingamabob, which is right over here. Never mind, we have to journey our way around. There we go. Hey, we get to use this meditation, so then that way we don't have to, you know, jump through all those hips again. Alright, here we go. Hey, it's a data pad.
Looks like a data pad to me. Or what's left of one. Come on, let's go break the news.
Alright, give this back to them.
Bad news, Winnie. Data pad was busted beyond repair.
Oh, my designs. They're lost forever.
Sorry,
Shame.
Winnie. I'll try to scrounge something up for you back at the outpost.
So, Nightlight. You mind if I call you Nightlight, right? Or do you prefer Lit? Like, the first thing that's popping into my head is Nightlight. Have you, like, played and finished through this game? No real easy way of getting to there. Oh, but... Yeah! Look at me being all extra clever here. Okay, please don't die, because I was deciding to be an idiot. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go! Yeah! Aren't I smart? Aren't I fucking clever?
What is this? A solid addition to our garden.
Awesome, so we were able to get the thingy-majiggy back. I thought for a second we didn't. You downloaded the MMO after watching you play this? Oh! How are you finding the MMO? Is it free to play? Or do you need to, like, purchase expansions and shit?
Welcome, Jedi.
Or worse, do you need a subscription?
To be still is to be calm. To allow for wisdom to spring forth. Yet the galaxy is seldom static. Motion, however, can provide clarity. Let truth flow like a river and carve new channels around any obstacle.
Awesome. So you go into there. And I need BB-8. Because I need to create a path here, because this doesn't work through water or any of that shit, so... There we go. And that should burn across there like so. There we go. You like how in the MMO you can be a light Sith? Oh, that's a thing? That's a thing? You can be like you can take on the Sith storyline and be a light Sith? What does that look like? You're just a Sith who has, like, what, good morals?
It's sealed.
Ah, damn it. Oh. There we go. And then we're up here. Okay, okay. Alright, so that stays like that, and then this stays like that. Oh. Oh, okay, hang on. I see what they're doing. Alright, so and then file transfer protocol? No, 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 no. FTP means free to play. And then PTW is pay to win. Alright, so we now have this area open up to us. Meow. God, I love... Maybe I need to do a stream where I'm playing puzzle games instead of, you know, just doing the next action game. Hello, Masonic. Welcome to the stream. Because, my God, I am fucking bowler at these games. Okay, I see what it wants me to do. Hang on a second. Oh, Force Echo. What happened here?
Truth flows like a river? What does that mean? If I don't figure this out, I'll never become a Jedi Knight.
And then, there we go. So that creates a little walkway there. Oh, I see why it wants to create a little walkway there. Hang on a second, hang on a second. Because then we can open this door. Now we can move on with the rest of our journey. I think you need a sub to access certain features. Ah, that would do it.
He cannot defy the council.
Dagon Gera feels he must do what is right.
Master Rancisius won't allow it.
Oh. Hang on. So, hang on. Alright, so we had this thingy-majiggy up here. This opens up a path, which is a staircase, which would then be able to... Okay, hang on a sec. I think I have an idea. Grab you, and we're gonna put you back into the orb. There we go. And then... Alright, here's what's gonna happen. We are going to... Alright, let's see if this will work, chat. Let's see how oh, Jesus. Yep, I overshot it. I'll fix the pathing. Don't worry. I'll fix the pathing. Here we go. So that catches all lit. And then... Nope, that did not work as well as I hoped. Hang on a second, so... There we go. And then... Alright, let's see. Is this gonna work? Oh my god. I think it's working. Oh my god, chat. I don't know if I'm supposed to do it like this, but this is the method I'm going with. Oh my god. I will be impressed if this works. Yes! Oh my goodness. I hope it wasn't expecting me to, like, I don't know, stop that thingy-majiggy from going off, but... Ugh. Did it. There we go. And it goes into our being. Recuperation. I think that's what it says. All right. Alright, that's our Jedi Temple explored, I'm fairly sure. One chest, 2 databanks, and a treasure. Did I? Huh. Oh, I literally missed a chest right there. Persistence emitter. Okay, that's cool. I can fuck with that. That's a cool emitter. And then... it opened up this place here. Which... don't think I can jump back and forth on that thingy-ma-diggy. Uh-huh. Is that really it? Okay, I'm missing a treasure and 2 databanks, but for all I know that just could be because of a different section. I got everything I needed from here. I got the chest, which I think was the part it was upset about. So, moving on. There we go. We'll try out the new emitter another time. I want to get like new shirts. I want to know if there's, because I've got the commando or the commander pants. I want to know if there's a commander shirt I could be getting. All right, so where can I go from here? All right. And then jump. There we go. Give me a sec. There we go. And then we make our way closer. We're on Dathomir? No, we're on an entirely different planet right now. We're on... Hang on a second. This isn't Dathomir. This is the sequel. We are on Kobo, which is... And I've actually been liking this place because it's been a wide range of different biomes. It's not done the classic fantasy or sci-fi thing where it's like, ah, yes, here is Tatooine, a desert planet. There is nothing but desert. You are going to see nothing but desert at Tatooine. There is nothing on Tatooine besides desert. And then meanwhile you go to Dagobah system and it's like, here is Dagobah system. There is nothing but swamp. In this game, Kobo, we have seen like the plains, the forest, the desert, and now the swamp. We have seen all kinds of different biomes and I fucking love it. Also, I want to see where this leads. Oop. Nope. No, 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 no. That is not how this works. Alrighty, here we go. Sand. Oh my goodness. I remember I've seen this tweet so many, I've seen this like meme so many times where it's just like, oh, imagine if you had like, because for some reason Dave Filoni just wants to keep hitting us with the, come on, let me pick up the thing. Dave Filoni wants to keep having us like relive the what's-mahoozy, the Order 66 trauma. Why are you? No. There we go. Dave Filoni keeps wanting us to like relive Order 66 trauma and such, and they're like, what if the younglings, like, you know, just set up traps around the Jedi Temple a la Home Alone style to avoid Anakin and shit. And it's just like, ah, yes, Anakin, you know, uses the Force to open some doors. A bucket of sand falls on his head. Always a good laugh. Oh, what's this? We can pet the bogling!
Hey,
hi. It reminds you of Dathomir for how dark and depressing it is. It's not really dark and depressing. It's just dark because it's nighttime. Ah, we got two of these guys to deal with.
Defend me.
The Mire Terror. Oh, it's unavailable in combat, damn it!
Protect me.
Protect me, please. You deal with the Mire Terror for a little bit. And get your ass kicked. Ow. That hurt. And I'm a little annoyed. It's going to be a very long trek back to this monster. God damn it, it's going to be a long trek back to this particular monster. I want my bits. I want my monies from that thing. I know I can get my monies from that thing.
That boy _97 thinks you should do 20 squats.
Of course you think I do. Of course you think I do. Why couldn't you, I don't know, make me Hyper Himbo? Give me a gift sub or You know, one of those cool thingy-majiggies. Alrighty then, 20 squats for that boy. Big stretch. Big stretch for the big boy. Big stretch for the big boy. Alright, here we go. Where is the fun in that? Oh, of course. Where is the fun in that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you for the 20 squats. Alrighty. Let's see, does this give me a... Okay, cool, it gives me a shortcut. Hang on. I'm gonna go back up this thing, hit the meditation pad, make my way back. BRB, going to lunch? Not to worry. Not to worries. Alright, I just need to wait for this thingy-majiggy to get me all the way to the top. And then... there we go. Alrighty, then I can just sit at this gorge crest. Howdy, Prospector. What are you doing here?
Right on you.
Can't say I do.
Then you're nothing. Me? I got to live. Worked all day for it.
Can I see
What
it?
if the show that's The Walking Dead, but in Star Wars? Oh, Masonic. So in the last episode of The Mandalorian for season 3, they had in a bar a series of, like, you know, droid heads and stormtrooper helmets. And one of the stormtrooper helmets that they had shown was this one that kind of had like it's like clawed through. And some people theorized that that is a reference to a fan project that someone made where the Empire, you know, somehow got an infectious disease on one of their Star Destroyers, and it turned all the Stormtrooper inhabitants into zombies. I need to find this fan film. Hang on a sec. Stormtrooper zombie. Also, apparently someone made it into a book. But there was like a video. Someone did like a Stormtrooper zombie like short thingy-majiggy, I think, or at least a trailer, and it looked amazing. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find it. It was so cool. Okay, so someone did the Star Wars Death Trooper book trailer by 5x5 Studios. I think this is what it's called, and it was a fucking amazing, like, let me just... Oh, that was cool. So, because apparently, yeah, Death Trooper, so someone did that as a thingamadigs. Oh, it's, Scuba Steve. Hey, Avalon, are you watching? It's Scuba Steve.
Do you wondering, Boots, my lad? And answer, old Scuba. Do I strike cutting fishermen?
Not sure what you mean.
You got booped a while ago.
Appearance, lad. Does it warm your shallows? Does it put a sea spray on your face?
I hadn't noticed.
Let's hope the frilled newt weighs my aspect more favorably. I'll have to master all my seaward charms if I'm to lure it into my grasp.
Awesome.
Seems he liked you.
Aye, don't be surprised. It is a great talent of mine. You see, the frilled newt is the most sensual of sea folk, skittish, except when it spies a potential mate. Hence my great vanity on this day. It is a shame to deceive him, but I can offer a quiet home in my tank as a recompense.
My tank.
Fair to me.
Right. Shall we continue my tale?
Alright. Force echo this thingy-ma-dig.
Hold up! Wait, stop!
Excellent. Alright, so... go to this meditation thingy-ma-digs. And then... rest up. That way, I go to this meditation thingy-ma-diggy instead of the one further down. Because then what I just need to do is run this way. Because I'm going to get down to, you know, where that thingy is. There we go. Drop down. Oh, that was a dumb idea. Now I have to wait for this thing to come back up. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm an idiot. Hopefully it doesn't take forever to come back up. Or is it? Nah, I gotta physically watch it come back up. I was an idiot. I was a great big idiot. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna try and get my... There is no meditation circle here, is there?
Don't worry.
No, there isn't, annoyingly enough. Nothing close by.
Stop them!
Boobies! Boobies code! Boobies!
I'm not a threat. Let's fight together. Please.
Ow. Ow.
Need an assist.
Wait, can I just escape?
Hey, BD1.
Cookie! Who asked for the cookie? Hawaiian pizza! Oh my goodness. Not a good time. boy. Did it that time. Going to dinner. Not to worry. Yes. I just had to cheese the F out of it, but I was able to defeat the Mire Terror. I'm really glad that I had the, I'm glad that I had the, other, you know, creature to help me try and defeat it. Alright, is there a way for me to scan this, or... I guess I already scanned it. Alright, well, our max stim increased, and it's gone back up to max stim, which is very convenient. Now we can start making our way back. Alright, Alright, so... Back up here. And it wants us... Alright, wants us back in the canteen, and we've got several rumors we can investigate as well. Alrighty. Double jump, leap. There we go. So, this is going to be a rather interesting stream, because normally when I'm playing, you know, the last few times I've been playing Star Wars and what have you, I have been playing, you know, for several long hours, like, you know, 7 hours or something crazy like that. But whereas with this one, it's like, I'm probably only going to be able to play for 9 tops. Alright, so there's a rumor there. Alright, let's see what the navigation is like here. Oh, hang on. Naboon Green. Cool. Alright, what's this lead to? Oh, that's not what I wanted to have happen. One moment, please. There we go. And then, where from here? No, that don't make sense. Alright. Climb up. Gonna be curious to see what we can do in this area compared to normal.
Who's this then?
Begin firing. System damage.
Yeah. Good slice in half. Oh, it sends me back here. Okay. Oh, and then I can lift this up. There is no try as an achievement to get this thing. Which gives me what, like increased force or health? Increased force, fair enough. Did I have a... Oh, I did have a rope there. Okay. Alright, what are you gonna say, crazy fella?
There. Now you can get to it.
Lol, we are able to get the pit droid for helping him out there. And then... So, thingamadiggy there. And then what's the rumor here? Find the gorgeous secret. Alright, fair enough.
I think I hear an intruder.
Gravity compromised. Excellent. Alright, Alright, just need to...
Time to fight.
A Jedi weapon.
I'm hit.
Seriously?
You must die.
Help me.
There we go. All right, break all those. How is Code doing? Code is just at dinner right now with Jason. My stream schedule is not that great for Americans. I understand, because it's, 3 in the morning and such like that. But sometimes it's not that great for Australians either, because I'm going off at a time when everyone wants to have their dinner and what have you. Whereas me, I don't have dinner at this hour.
Help me! Here!
There we go. Alright, so I'm supposed to be trying to find the secret of the gorge or something like that, and apparently I am completely skipping a step here? Oh, I am skipping in a complete step. Huh. I didn't know this was down here. There we go. How long has this been here? God damn. I'm missing stuff because of this area. Ah, well, that's not that cool. Oh, this is... There we go. And then Force Echo this.
No! No!
Completely different area here. God damn.
Could be useful in the garden.
There we go. I can barely see. Can you see, chat, in the dark? I wonder if there's a way to change it from day and night cycle, so then that way it doesn't seem so dark. What would you do if you were walking downtown Sydney and saw a hopscotch game drawn on the ground? I would probably just walk right through it. I don't know what you're thinking would happen, but I don't know if I would actually play in the game of hopscotch if I was on my way through downtown Sydney. Maybe I'll do it at Gold Coast because, you know... Ow, fuck you.
Initiate last stand.
Fuck you.
Help, please. Great timing.
Killing Jedi, yes. Riches to be made and fun to be had.
Alrighty, is there anything over on this side? These guys are a lot more disturbing because I have to deal with them in the dark. But at least
be perfect for planning in the garden.
Alright, cool. So that's all that out of the way. Why? Did you play a game of hopscotch? I don't know. Like, maybe if it was a game of Foursquare, I would feel tempted to, like, you know, stop what I'm doing and join in on that, but I don't know how to play hopscotch, so I just walk right through it. Oop.
Where'd that came from? Wait for the brute.
Gotta deal with these guys.
That's nothing.
Another.
This guy has picked the wrong Jedi. Kip Ostar, you are dead. Alright, so there's something up here. We got a new bounty puck and a new area to explore. If I can find the thingy-majiggy BD wants to scan. Huh. Oh, this way. What's over here?
What have we here? Has a Jedi come wandering into my lair?
Yeah. Who are you?
Hey, this is a good find.
Oh, chest. I will take that. You are up to the part with Eno? Oh, yeah! Spoiler alert, Eno Cordova is alive. I honestly didn't think he was alive when we first heard of him in Fallen Order. I thought he would have perished like all the others. Anodized metal. Well, no real point to that. Well, we also have no way of getting through this door as far as I know. Unless...
What are you doing down here?
Waiting, watching, always watching. I keep guard. Lucky you, right?
Right.
I expect you're exploring. Seeking treasure? Seeking glory?
Yes.
What have it? There might be something right in front of you. Still here? What? Don't you trust me?
Why should we?
Oh, we can have a full-on conversation.
Trusting me when there's who even knows what right here for the taking. It's as if you don't want the treasure, frankly.
Yeah, I can't get to this particular treasure because in order to do it...
I think we can slice that.
Because in order to get to that treasure, I need to slice that thing, whatever that thing is. Oh, can I... Hang on. Nah, I can't... I've already grabbed the torch from there. And there isn't anything here for me to pick up. Oop. I wonder if he's gonna tell me anything. Nah, he's not gonna tell me anymore. And I've already grabbed the thingy-majiggy that was up there. And I don't have a way of, you know, breaking that thingy-majiggy. If only flashlights exist. Well, that's why we have a lightsaber. And I've already grabbed the one particular treasure from the thingy-majig, so... Where is this going? Oh, cool. Alright, yeah, this should take me back where this should take me out to, you know, someplace useful.
Can't believe it. It's you or me.
There we go. Dead. I was hoping there was a way for me to get up there, but I guess not. I guess I've gone the entirely wrong direction from what I needed to do. Alright, hang on a sec. Oh, hey!
Lightsaber detected.
Thank you for the boobs, Masonic.
I'll wait. You need to do better than that.
Bonk. Stab. All of you dead. There we go. And then we drop down here. And we continue on our way. There we go. Bug dead. Excellent. I wonder... How successful would we be Walking through all this. Not successful one bit from the looks of it. Not successful at all. Shame. Would have been nice to be, you know, cheap that thing, but I guess we couldn't. Oh, but we can go onto this thing. New area. Okay. Okay. Hell yeah.
I don't know what the protocol is. Let's get him.
I'm not. Here we go. Too quick. You scum. Don't think so.
There we go. Yeah. Does Zeebs have a booty, and can we see said booty? I'm currently wearing Jedi robe, so you will not be able to see the Jedi booty, because I am currently busy. Oh, it's one of those droidicas over there as well. God damn it. Alrighty, so we need to deal with that droidica, and we also need the thingamabob. Also, what's with all that junk? Hang on a sec. Oh! Whoop, whoop. There we go. There we go. And then grab this, and we are going to shoot you over somewhere. Hang on a second, hang on a second. Where is it? Somewhere. Alright, there's the thingy-madig. Alright, don't drop. There we go. Oh, Jesus.
Little help, BD? Perfect.
You got an idea for a movie? Hobo with a shotgun, but instead of a shotgun, it's a lightsaber? I don't know the plot of Hobo with a shotgun, so I don't know how clever that movie idea is. I'm gonna be real with you.
Over here, BD.
Oh. Where does this thing want me going? Oh, I see where it wants me going. All right, let's try that again.
Hey, BD.
Nope, still not enough. All right, hang on.
Ready to move on?
Oh, hang on. Okay, I think I know what you want me to do. Slice that. Damn it! Okay, hang on. Maybe I don't need to, like, hold on to it this entire time.
We're falling behind.
Come on, come on. There we go. Rock and stone. There. Gotcha. Nope. Didn't know that was gonna happen.
Come here, BD1.
Why did... Oh, I see why. Oh, I can't. I know what I can do. Because I can reach it from there, can't I? Yes, I can. There we go. A very roundabout way to get to do what I wanted to do, but I got it working. It's about a hobo that fights crime, but he has a shotgun in his cart. Oh, okay. And so the Star Wars equivalent would just be... Hey, wait, hang on a second. A hobo with a lightsaber. Isn't that just Obi-Wan Kenobi? Pretty sure that's just Obi-Wan Kenobi. Anything here? Anything worthwhile? No, there isn't. Okay. Jump. Grab the thingy. Grab the thingy that does the what's-in-the-whoosies. Pretty sure that's just what it is. New perk slot. That will be mighty helpful. And then we just need to find a way to get down to that. Oh, I know exactly how we get down to that. We just need to get down here first. There we go. Obi-Wan has a home. Ah! You got me there. Obi-Wan did have a home.
Let's see what's over here.
Climb up here. And... sense this echo.
Quick shimmy, huh? Like to see her try to... What the? Oh! Damn it, Danny! You're trying to make a crater out of my blasted head?
Oh my god, chat. Oh my goodness. Chat. It's the fucking mythical... Hang on. It's the mythical mullet! It's the fucking mullet! We gotta put this mullet on. We gotta put it on. It's the mythical mullet. Oh my goodness. Oh, please, just... There we go. Alright. Oh, not good. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. And this is us dying. No doubt this is going to be us dying. Amazingly enough, I actually went very far with that. But really, I should have just climbed to that. And then... jump. Wait, did I find the secrets of the gorge? No, I have not found the secrets of the gorge yet. Shame. I thought those were all the secrets of the gorge. Alrighty, so we have this giant creature up there. Ooh! There we go. We got new seed. And what I guess is a faster way to get to where we need to go. Rey found him. He was living in a rock house. No, I said Obi-Wan Kenobi, not Luke Skywalker. Alright, rest. Let's check out our perks. We've got an open slot, so we could probably get rid of the resilience. What was the one we just got? Recuperation. Minimum force regen. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, force meter, absorb when charging without getting interrupted. Attacks are more effective at breaking enemies' guards. Lightsaber throws deal more damage. Get rid of that, and then add in a minimum regen. Sounds good to me. Ow. Why you gotta hurt me like this? Friendly creature. Wait, am I supposed to do something with the friendly creature? Hello? Hang on. Am I supposed to talk to you or something?
Easy there, big guy.
Oh!
Serdradonks88 paid me to say is BB hungry. No, BB8.
Nice work, Sir Dragon. Nice work. Is BB hungry? No, BB8. No, 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 no. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Come back. I need to know what I need to know. No! Shit! Not again. Great. Come on. What is your secret?
Can't call him out here.
Oh, there's the thingy. There we go.
Whoa. Hey.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. There we go.
Thanks for the lift.
I'm guessing that's how we get to the secret of the gorge. Don't boo him, Masonic. At least he's engaging with jokes. Do you have a good joke? Hi there, Blue. Wide pants grab. Oh my gosh. No one's funny in my chat besides Sir Dragon right now. I was hoping for some funnies. Alright. What the fuck happened here? Alright, so there's two different locations. Let's try this one first. Let's see where this goes. Bonk. How's it going, Blue? You doing alright? You're nearly ready with a blue shell against me? Oh, you just have blue shells at the ready in your chat or something, right? There we go. Alright, and then... How the fuck do I get up there?
Did you see it?
What did I see? Fire? No. Oh, it's the... Oh, that's a blue shell. Cookie for Sky. I did not realize that blue shell. Oh, hang on. All right, let's see. Let's see. Damn it. All right, we'll try again. All right, Alrighty, so... Nope. Oh wait, hang on. I can lift it, can't I? No, I can't lift it. What's the downside of eating a clock? I don't know. What is the downside of eating a clock, uppy yummies? Do tell. Oh, it's to get to this thing. Okay, hang on. What's up here? There we go. Oh. I see you. There. Gotcha. Alrighty, and then push. Oh, I see what they want me to do. I don't see what they want me to do. Oh, wait, no. Now I see it. Okay, so. This will be the first one that goes... Never mind. I just somehow, like, skipped all of that. I was trying... It's time-consuming. Nice work there, uppies. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Star Killer could lift that. Yes, I know Star Killer can do a lot of ridiculous stuff, but right now... I'm not Star Killer. I am Z. I am Zeebs. I am Cal Kestis. Alright, well, we got a skill point for our troubles on that one. So now we go to the other side, which is this side, I want to say. Yes, that is that side. Oop, not that one. This one. Can barely see. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Swing. There we go. I am honestly amazed I was able to get this far. Uh-oh. That guy. There we go. Got him. No problemo. Alright, what's in here? Anything worthwhile in here? Or did we just have to deal with a dumb creature? Oh, I was really hoping for a secret here. You stole that one from Joel, but you hope it's funny. It was fairly alright. It had its chuckle. Alright, where do you want me going? Uh-huh. Oop, careful, careful. Get rid of that camouflaging bug. And then... Oop. There we go. Alrighty.
Quote 77. I'm happy just being absolutely smashing the competition right now.
Yep. That was my thoughts when I was playing Forza Horizon 5. I've not played that in a long, long time. Ooh, a new lightsaber! Awesome. Alright, we'll give that one a look at some of our nonsense. Alright, let's see. Can I have this going everywhere I need to go? There we go. That is a fucking awesome lightsaber. Alright. I just need to really quickly dunk, dash across, and then ding, jump, dash across. Alright, is there any other rumors? Okay, no, we're relatively close to just getting back out to what's-a-mahoozies. Perfect!
Attack landed.
Surdodonks88 paid me to say what's black and white and black and white and black and white and green. 3 zebras fighting over a pickle.
I don't know if that was that funny. There we go. B2D2. Defeated another legendary enemy, and... Okay, so there is some interesting stuff around here. Alright. Jump up onto you. And... let's see what's what. Oh, can we lift these things up now? Is that the trick? Sorry, I just need to... Oh, we can lift up the pod bay doors now. Interesting. Awesome. Oh, there's so much exploring we're going to be doing, chat. How is everyone in chat doing? Chat is giving us our best jokes. Sir Dragon has come up... the best one Sir Dragon has done has been the one about, hey, BB, are you hungry? No, BB ate. Ow, fucking bird.
BD, got something to help me?
Alright, open this. Let's see what we get. We get the Edge Hawk switch, which sounds really cool. Awesome. But yeah, we now have all these, like, different waterways we can open up and shit, which is going to be interesting. Do you have any good jokes, Blue? I hope you have some good jokes, Blue. Also, where the fuck is this? Oh. Scan that, BB. Huh. Didn't know this place was here. And then force echo this thing, see what the prospector was all about.
Stay where you are. Just what are you trying to pull? We got laws around here.
Oh, frick this, run!
Afraid not.
Lawful good. Alright, what's in this? So we got an emitter and... an Edgehawk grip. I am curious about what the Edgehawk grip will look like. Alright, open that up. Hey, we get the classic scrapper look again. Fuck the mullet. Alrighty, so... oh my god, it's so fucking dark though. Like, look at this, chat. Actually, I'm looking at... I have it at, like, high dynamic range, and I see you don't have high dynamic range, so I think I can see, like... you know, what the quality of the stream might be like for you. There we go.
Stim here, BD.
Alrighty, now let's try and get up. Alright, what's the best way of getting up there? It doesn't look like there's any good way of getting up there, so we'll just... Alrighty. We need to try and get higher up. And jump. Alright, let's see. What does this give us? This doesn't really offer us any... oh! What were you guys doing there? Okay, maybe I should use the, there we go. Maybe I should use the flying bats to get my way to the top of that particular platform. And then I can like double back and see where it's like led me. Because there's this guy here. Jump on him. And then glide my way to the right. And then... there we go. Yep, that basically just gets me to the top of this thing. Where... how else would I get here?
You better bring these to the garden.
Mm-hmm. Okay, looks like there was... it looks like there was some sort of swinging thing, and I just was, like, absolutely oblivious on how to get there from here. But I was able to get up here anyway, so... excuse me, nose. And now, we raise this up. We don't do that. Drop down here. A corroded silo. Sweet. And then that gives us that. We don't have a way through there.
In the past, if I even heard a Jedi could be heading my way, I went the other direction pretty swift. Man, that doesn't sound like you are a particularly good soldier. Better than a dead one, son. Combat. Do better. He bleeds.
There we go.
Oh?
Cool. At least... there we go. Alrighty. What is your plan? Oh, Jesus. Alright. So that was your plan.
Nice job.
Alright. Cool. And then we got a new chest we can open. What does this give us? Goatee and mustache. Oh, hell yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. We now have... hang on, chat. The goatee and mustache. Absolute amaze. Cool. Awesome. We're gonna do so much customization once I'm done with all this fucking exploring. You're not gonna believe it. Got an entirely new lightsaber of emitters and switches. Break you down. There we go. There we go. And then this goes down.
We've got company. Firing. Too bad. Boosting.
Ow. Not good.
Help me, BD.
You'll feel this.
There we go.
I need a stim, buddy.
I nearly died again, but not my problem. Alrighty, where does this lead? Alright, cool. We got a shortcut in case we're done with this area, but I'm not done with this area, so... get that back up. Zip. Leap. Hop. There we go. Dash across.
Check out this meditation chamber if we'd like.
A new meditation chamber needs new puzzles.
Yes, you are. But I've come this far. Too much blood. Just a little further now.
Awesome. We're having a fucking fantastic... I'm having a fantastic time. I am very much enjoying this. Chamber of Fortitude.
Your mind is your greatest asset. Both blade and shield against dark forces. The force moves through your thoughts and into your actions. Let it guide you now.
Am I in your head? You're boring me.
Help, please!
Got you. Now it's real. You lack confidence. Slippery.
Now, BD.
I've suffered worse.
Yeah! Was this just a bounty hunter waiting in this chamber all this time for me? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like... Damn, commitment to the role, but how did you get in here? Fuck, man.
These caves are a wonder.
Wait until you visit the monitoring station. The fungus there will amaze you.
The fungus there will amaze you. Alright, what's in here? Share me your secrets. Oh, that's for BD1. Never mind. I thought that was going to be something for me. I thought that was going to be something for my lightsaber. Oop, Force Echo. Yes, please.
The chambers are unique. Each one hones a different facet.
Interesting. We shall have to see how we can better facilitate your work.
Jedi and Republic, working together. I can barely remember a time like that.
And a perk called Persistence. Probably will be very useful. Yeah! But yeah, how is your evening? Actually, it should be going into the morning for you, Sky, isn't it? It should be like, you know, 4 or 5 in the morning for you right now. Alrighty. Jesus. Okay, that thing did not want to give me a break. Alright, let's see if we can use this to get to the other side.
Let's stop here.
Mm-hmm. And we've got 5 skill points we can put into things. I'm using the double-bladed a lot. So I'm going to use that, which gives me, like, an additional, like, you know, pressing it again to shoot it around me. So those 2 things use the Force. Continue pressing to add additional to the end of the double saber attack chain. Holding R1 right before blaster connects to reflect them back towards nearby targets. Hold and triangle to throw. Keep held to do the thingy. Yep, cool. Press triangle while airborne to slam down, dealing damage in an area. Cool. Alright, my survival is complete. What's this? Maximum thingy is increased further. Yep, Jedi concentration. Let's get that back up. That should be good. Excuse me. All right.
Let's move.
Okay, so we need to get back there. Just avoid all these creatures as I make my way down to the outpost. There we go. Oh, treasure. Excellent.
Great find.
Treasure number 20. All ours. Oh. You guys having fun with that one? Yeah, stop him, not me.
Right here, bud.
Enemy defense building.
Not the enemy.
Come on, coward!
Engaging in single combat. Get back here. Move up and attack. Target.
Quick, help!
Chassis damage. You move. Move forward.
Ow.
They weaken.
Bam. There we go. Why is there so many enemies here? Jesus. This is supposed to be an outpost. Oh boy. Alright. We won't use that workbench because I need to get back into the village. Oh, is there anything in here for me? No. Anything around here? Ooh, hello. Oh my god, what happened here? Jesus Christ. Alright, well that's not going to be an easy solve. I'll probably figure out more when it gets to sunrise. Oh, hello. Hello, you.
20 cycles ago, heard this town was nothing but a few shacks.
Now it's more than that.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I could go back there. See what it was really like to rough it.
You could always head into the wilderness and start your own town.
I think I'll stay here, thanks.
Yeah, don't go off into the wilderness trying to do your own town. That's not gonna work out well for you. Sorry, I just hit my mic. Alright, can't go into there.
Hey, you.
Yeah?
You're the one taking shots at the raiders, right?
Yes.
That's me.
Bad idea. The raiders have got eyes all over the Reach.
Took down that
I don't know if
watchtower.
it's a problem.
That's what you're referring to.
Oh, yeah? Well, let's hope there aren't any consequences for the rest of us.
Make it sound like it's a huge problem, but I'm pretty
Whoa,
sure I
look
can.
who it is.
Hello?
You've been busy?
Yeah.
Something to do.
Well, you won't make a living talking to me. Unless you mean to rob me.
Wasn't planning on it.
Well then, have a wonderful day.
Man, these prospectors have very gloomy looking lives. Of like, oh, you might be trying to make a business of robbing me. And it's like, why would I make a business of robbing you? Like, that doesn't sound good. Oh, I didn't know that was an option. Oh. This is why. And then there. Where's the door? There should be a door here somewhere. There's the door. Why doesn't the door open? Okay, I guess there's no power going into the building then.
They don't look friendly. This thing's got your name all over it.
Oh, Jesus. There is a lot of nonsense in here. What the fuck?
What's this? Got something, buddy?
What is this place? Who are you? You good?
Who?
Oh.
There's a stranger in these parts. Just looking around.
Well, away with ya! Nothing for you here!
What are you so afraid of? You have nothing to fear.
I have nothing to fear.
I'm an ally against the Raiders.
You're an ally! An ally against that gang! In! Quickly! You're letting the dust inside!
Awesome.
Are you alright?
You're an ally. An ally against the Raiders. But even allies have secrets, hmm? Much to do! Much to do!
What are you planning to do?
Busy. No, not now, stranger. Let me be! Let me be! Much on the mind.
Alright. Alright, what's down here? Oh, that's not good. What happened to you?
Brother, don't ignore me. You can't stop me. I won't let you!
Oh, did he just kill his brother?
You won't stop me!
I think I just broke into a murderer's house. That's not too good.
Too slow! Die!
He killed his own brother.
Not good. Probably should have expected that from the previous Force echoes I was listening to. I got some real shifty eyes there. Alright. Meow. Meow. Let me in, please. You know me. Well, you should know me.
Cal, there you are.
Both told me everything. Both pistols blazing, a real crack shot, straight out of the hull of it.
Easy, Captain. Just trying to debrief.
Debrief? Ooh, you hear that? This guy's a pro. How come we never debrief, Cal?
Simmer down. You enjoying the spotlight, Bode?
Like an Imperial cavity search. but I've got to admit, it's great to see everyone excited.
You know, when you first walked in here,
Man.
I remember asking.
It true then? Nicked that droid back from the Raiders, did you?
I don't think we met.
Oh, blast. Sorry about that. Came at you like a rock, I did. Call me Ha. Been here longer than any of these greenhorns. Except
Cool.
Doma, and Gulu, and Guido, and old Toll, of course. But she's... blast, there I go again. Cal, is it?
Yes.
Right. This is BD.
Damn fine to meet you two. Damn fine.
Oh, you just wanted to say hi? Okay.
Some prospectors told me about a strange building. Distinctive entrance, so they say.
Could be one of those meditation chambers.
Yes, I was thinking the same. Let me know if you find anything, will you?
No problem, Toa.
Alright.
How you feeling, Z?
Much improved, Cal, now that I am far from that ghastly ship.
It's seen better days, that's for sure.
The same could be said for the entire galaxy, could it not? But it is heartening to see that some bright spots yet remain.
Hi there, Jack.
That's why we keep fighting.
Welcome to the stream.
Indeed. I must say, I see vestiges of the Order. My Order. In you.
Hope you're doing alright. Going through all this.
Heartening.
Sometimes you know just what to say.
That's Marine! Oh my god. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna click this thing. Mm-hmm.
That could be a favorite.
These are all materials for BD1, though. Absorb 1 hit without being interrupted while sprinting. Gain more experience from defeating enemies. Healing stims also fill a small amount of the super. I'm gonna grab the wisdom
Could use this.
in case I need to like do some XP grinding. Sup, Marine?
In one piece.
Yes.
Sounds surprised.
You do have a knack for getting into trouble.
Yeah, but Bode has an act for keeping me on the right side of blaster fire.
A useful quality in a friend.
Hell yeah. And then we can check out the fish. All right, so we've got 6 out of 12 fish. Cookie! Cookie for Jack. Doing great. You make some coffee and you're feeling bored today. Fair enough, seas. We have so many cool fish. And then Winnie and Minnie doing their thing.
Ready for a game of skill?
New units unlocked. Oh, we've gotten a lot of different units. All right, so we're taking on Turgle. Let's take on Grease next.
Take on old Grease.
Alrighty, so he's got 2 chickens and a commando. Let's see. Skriton, Mogu. I wonder how they'll do against a Mogu.
Let the battle begin! Oh, so long farewell!
Nah.
Unfortunate loss.
Alright, let's try that again.
How much do I earn?
Alright, so we need multiple units. Alrighty. Let's go with Empire. Let's see. Let's go Hammer and Missile, Staff and Blaster. Alright, we're gonna go with a Purge Trooper Commando. And then 16 points, so let's go with 3 Stormtroopers. That should be enough.
Commence! Obliterated! Oh, it never stood a chance! And it's a corner!
There we go.
Outstanding.
Still a lot of loss, but, you know, none of the battle points carry over. That's a shame. Alrighty, let's go. Let's see, we got 18 points we can use, so let's go 2 shield troopers. And let's go with an electro staff purge. I reckon we should be able to get them with just these 3.
Tactics
There we go. The grenades kind of worked against his favor, but I'm still going to count that as a win. Alright, so he's got... Damn it. Alright, so Skritin I can't use. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, I reckon 1 Droideka. And... rather not use the roller mines. Let's see how we go. I reckon we'll do all right.
And it's a corner! Now that's a holo kill!
Yeah!
Cal Kestis proves himself superior in the final play!
Okay, the Droidekas might be a bit powerful. We'll give it a try on the next one. Let's see.
Double or nothing?
No, not double or nothing, Grease. That's alright, and then let's see. Marin gives us a scroll. Kaij gives us a puck. Scuva gives us a haircut. Tina gives us a data disk. Alright, let's try Tuluk.
Be a true contest of minds.
Alright, let's have a look. 16 points against, let's see, a B1 and 2 commandos. Let's see how we go.
Advance! And it's a corner! Obliterated! Oh, it never stood a chance!
Oh, I just got it.
Your strategy proved superior.
All right, let's have a look. All right, so we got 3 B1s and 2 Raiders. All right, let's go Gatling in this. Ooh, can we actually go? Hang on. Oh, I can remove. Okay, cool. 1, 2. So that gets us 6. All right, let's see how we go with these 5.
Commence! Oh, so long, farewell! Cal can't be happy with that round.
I foresaw this victory.
Sure you did. Again, we're going again. I want those colors.
Contest of minds.
All right, hang on. So... Never mind. Never mind.
Come back and play.
It's not important. We've got our jacket. Let's have a look. What is the pilot's jacket like? Tactical, survivor, no jacket, scrapper, hunter, mountaineer, pilot. Nah. Pilot might be cooler if I had like a better hairstyle to it, perhaps.
The garden's looking kind of respectable.
Wonderful. New seeds. Plant one. I'll share its details.
All right. Healy would appreciate this new species. Let's talk to her.
What's she gonna say?
Hi, Peely.
So far, Kobo has been a welcoming home.
You may head to bed. Not to worry, Sky. Thank you for coming along to the stream. I greatly appreciate it. Sorry if I'm a bit silent.
We will help
I am
each
just
other grow.
oh so
Looks
focused.
like you've already started.
Divines? Yes, they sprouted overnight. But there's so much more to discover. If you plant new seeds,
I guess those weren't there before.
But, much like healthy roots, do not overextend yourself. Grow
Thank you for the boops, by the way.
And I'll clear more garden space in due time.
Alright, so what does this lead to? What do we get here? What is up this tower? Oh, it's a tear. What does the tear do?
Focus, Cal.
Here we go, Z's. Let's see what it does. Let us have a... Fractured duel. Defeat all enemies using the double-bladed lightsaber. Sounds easy enough.
Enemy! Let's do this. Just watch him. Take him down.
Take more to that.
Help!
Healing stamps detected.
Another. I needed that.
Hold up! What are you doing? He's going to kill us all! I need time! Hit him already!
Move in. Absorbing.
There we go. Alright, I think that's all of them? Yep, that's all of them. Excellent. I am a fucking genius. Excuse me. Alright.
That did the trick.
Got a skill point for our troubles, which is great. Alright. Now I just need to... There was a chest in that warehouse that I needed to get, but I'm also curious what is up here. Oh. Damn it. Damn it. Interesting that there's... What is this place?
Got a scan?
Oh, it's a jailhouse? I think it's a jailhouse. Damn. Didn't know this was here.
Right.
Anything in here? Looks like some people escaped via this way. That's assuming that the thing above us was a jailhouse. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, looks like it was a jail of some sort. What's down this way? Alright, nothing of importance on that side, but this side we get another priorite shard, which is neat. Alright, what's down this way?
BD.
Alrighty. Yep. Someone broke out of jail from this place.
Look at this.
And let's see. From there, show inventory dealing what is required. Where does this take us? Force Echo. What happened here?
Once we're out of here, first thing is paying a visit to Domodendra. You hear that? Oh no! Run! Go!
So something decided to kill them. And I think I missed out on a critical jump thingy-majiggy there. Like some sort of side content. Let me just pick up this thing, which will give me... new perk slot? Sounds good to me. Oh. I swear, I should be able to jump to that. Hang on. There we go.
BD, let's go.
I'm betting they didn't
this?
think I'd get through that way, did they? The final data pad of a wounded prospector. Typically, we escape that Crifton jail to be set on a starving beasts. Can't blame them. We all gotta eat. Managed to climb away from them, but there's nowhere else to go, and my legs bit pretty bad. Figured this might be it. Still, managed to show those zugs in that prison what for. Guess that'll have to do. Alright, let's see if this opens on this side. Yep. Gets us to... ah, this is the smuggling den that we got to via... under the bar earlier. Awesome. Huh. Oh. Didn't know that's how I got here last time.
Let's stop here.
Needies. That works out well for me.
Let's move.
Alrighty, let's check out this. Let's check out the new lightsaber bits I got. I love the look of persistence. Now there was one called Hunter, I believe. Hunter's not too bad. Alright, let's start from the top. Alright, so Jaro Patel's that one. Patience. I like the look of Hunt. Actually. Yep, Hunter's alright. And then Detachment, Scrapyard, Justice, Serenity, Diligence. Ooh, Edgehawk has a lot going for it, but I like Hunter. And then... oh, that's a bit much for the Hunter. Go for Edgehawk. What does it look like with... maybe
this?
Yeah, I reckon that would be good. And then, let's see, we got hard, soft, hard leathers, Jedi, Prince, worn metals. Alright, let's go with unique metals. So this is for the primary. All right, let's change the grips. Ooh, actually, I like the look of wood here. And then... Okay, I reckon that's an okay one. And then we'll keep to the cyan. I need like more. I think I need more materials for the lightsaber because I feel like I'm missing out on like an essential one. Like maybe something for different woods, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know. It's just missing something. All right, hang on. There was another part to that area before. We'll figure out like different lightsaber bits. I think it's just color that I'm short on now. Like I just need new paints for all the Jedi shit. All right, and then there was another. No, I had to go through here last time. That's not the direction I need to go. I need to go this way. Leading us to this scar here.
Stay calm.
All right, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Ooh. Oh, I need to drop down. That's what I need to do. There we go. Oh, never mind. Okay. What's happening there? Okay, I'm not able to skip past it. Oh, no, that failed. All right, so I can't like swap direction at the last second. No. Maybe I can jump over it? There we go. Nah, okay. I see what it wants. Oh, okay. So I can't get hit by the panel when I do that. And once again, I needed to jump over that, not slip around. And I didn't swap around fast enough, so... Oh, that's why it's angled down. So then that way I have an easier way of... being able to, like, you know, jump over it this way. And then that thing does its charge. And then...
Serdradonks88 paid me to say, did you hear about the guy who dipped his balls in glitter? Pretty nuts.
That one's a good one. Nice work. Alright, and then... Oh! No! I pressed the wrong button then. I pressed the lightsaber thingy-madiggy. Alright, then I can swap around. And then... So, you do your switcheroonies. I do the switcheroonies. And I did the dash too soon. I'll get this, chat. It's all a matter of timing and expertise. And not that kind of timing. Go. Let's see you go. Why didn't... I just wanted to take it casually then. Here we go.
Serdradonks88 paid me to say having sex in an elevator is wrong on so many levels.
Do you have like a joke book at the ready for that kind of stuff, Sir Dragon? Alright, hopefully I get to the thingy-majiggy I need to get to. There we go. Alrighty. Oh, Jesus. Go. Hop across to this. Hop across with that. Hop across to this. Jump over to there. Jump over. Switch the directions around. Didn't turn around too soon. You got a little red book for all your jokes? Alrighty. I appreciate the jokes. They help keep me light. Alright, and then... Whoop. They help keep the mood light. Can't overcharge this, so... Whoop! Ah, damn it. Jump. I was doing so well at this. I somehow just lucked out on the first time I had to deal with that particular rail, but... Here we go. And then swap that around. Oop. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. All right. There we go. No! Oh my god, I was so close. Oh. After all that trickiness I did just then. Okay, I need to double jump over that. Alright, so. Drop down. Dash across. Dink. Jump to the left. And jump to the right. Jump to the right. Grapple on. Double jump. Change the direction. Dink. There we go. No. No, 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 no. Oh, you... I pressed circle to dash across even though I hit the rail and was able to just, you know... Here we go. Here we go. And then... Overshot it that time. Alright, so drop down, dash through, jump. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Did it. Oh, so silent. I had to put so much concentration on there. Ooh, boy. So much concentration. You wouldn't believe.
It's gone now. We did it.
Alrighty. Oop, there we go. What's there?
Let me guess. More prospecting equipment. Is there anyone
More.
in Himbo who isn't digging for scraps?
Oh, because that's where I was previously, and then, yep. Oh. There's water here? I didn't know that. Ahoy, cow, he says, and then I just fall to my death. Oh, okay, so that's how I do it. Alright. Climb. Alrighty, Scuba Steve.
Down there for fishing?
A true fisher doesn't rely on the sun to do the seeing. A true fisher fishes with the mind.
The mind. Alrighty, we got a new fish. A barbed something or rather. Ooh, chest. A whole ton of exploring because I, you know, just want to explore. Hey, materials for the tactical pants. I will accept that. Thank you very much. Alright, so that's Scuba Steve's rig. Alright, and then we got something cool down there. Alright, show me. What the fuck is down here? It's all kinds of ocean shit. Huh. Didn't know this was here. A mix of BD and Stormtrooper helmets here, though, so someone's definitely been able to get here before. And there. Hi there, bestest boy. Welcome to the stream. I'm just fetching a whole ton of shit because I'm getting easily distracted. Locked on the other side. This is locked? How the fuck was I supposed to get there or the other means? Yunk. Alright. So I can't stream for like, you know, 7 hours long or anything like that. I've got work the next day, so we've done one area and then I've gone, and this is what the majority of my time is. I'm just swimming about. Alright. Shoot a thingy-majiggy up there, climb up. I wonder, will it let me fall here? Not really. But I can just drop down. Awesome, cool. Interesting that it will... There we go. Oh, yes! This was the temple. That's why I fell here. And then, like, there's another way for us to get back up. So, but, hang on. Alright, let me just get back to the landing pad. Because we need to head to a moon. Although, actually, no, hang on. Before I do that, sorry. I have like 20 more minutes, and I'm like, I don't want to go to the moon just yet. I want to keep exploring. I want to go to like different places, and hang on, let me just get onto this chicken. I want to like explore different places and pick up loot that I wasn't able to get like previously. Jump. So, all right, there we go. So now we can open this. I can drop down here, open that. Now, how do I get out? Unique medals for BD1, but I now have no way out. They didn't really think this through. Nope. Oh, wait. Yes, they did. This thing. Oh, that's how. Okay, now I see how they want me to do this. There we go. I was wondering how they were going to get me to come out of here. Oh, Jesus.
This is a nice
grab
one.
this. How is your evening going, bestest boy? Is it going all right? Let's see. 10 chests, 2 essences, 6 data banks, 2 tears, a treasure, a lot of seed pods that I have not collected. God damn. I've already, like, opened up into that prison.
Sirdragonx88 paid me to say I just found an origami porn channel, but it's pay-per-view only.
Good one. Alright, new stuff. Let's, or really the same stuff, but... We've already purchased that, which got us the stim. Maybe the Corsair jacket. Bandalore. The Commander. Wait, was there a Commander? No, that's Outrider. Frontier, Outrider, a training top, Outrider,
good eye.
Frontier. Oh, we've got 24. Okay, so we could get a lot of different stuff. All right. I'm going to get the Corsair jacket.
It's a deal.
And let's see. Yep,
Looks
get
good to
the
me.
Outrider.
All sales fine. See you soon.
Hell yeah. Now I've got the attire. I got the stim thingy-majiggy from there already. That's why I have like 9 different stims. Did I find a new material? Lightsaber. Let's have a look. New material. Let's see. Rebel starter, non-starters, light metals, worn metals, uniques, imperials, hard plastoids, soft leathers, hard leathers. No. And then these are a whole ton of worn metals. And then these are all the unique shit. I'm gonna put the Beskar steel back in there. And I got Imperial Chrome, hard plastoids. Those are the different metals. Those are the different thingies. Ding, 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 ding. And then... there we go. Oh, wait. Hang on. Blaster. We got new blaster parts, didn't we? So, the LW, but now we have something called the Enforcer. Did we get a new Enforcer thingy? Diggy? Combustion LW. There we go. Let's see. Let's B21 stances. Alright. There we go. I like his Corsair outfit.
Someone told me you beat a Rancor.
Investigate the abandoned shack. I should be able to do more in that abandoned shack now. Meow. Just getting so easily distracted right now. But this is what I want.
Combat! This makes you bleed. Big death! You're up. Silas. Here I come. Tricky. Nice hit.
There we go. Alright. That guy was busy with his cooking.
Look at you go!
There we go. Alright. Through here. Alright, so we were here before. We didn't have a way through that. Hey, I remember. Alright, so we need to lift this up. Oh, shit. Damn, I was really hoping it was just gonna be an easy thingamadiggy.
This stuff is everywhere. I don't like the look of it. We should be careful.
Yeah, what'd you find?
Let's check it out.
Oh, it's just those things. Okay.
Now, BD.
We will still win. Damage sustained. Evasive action.
There we go. That was very messy, but it got the job done. Alright, what happened to this B2?
We'll scour this place for anything of note. If anyone tries to interfere, crush them.
The Jendi's plot. No idea.
I've been hit.
There we go. Okay. A lot of exploring.
Jedi. How fascinating.
Prince Parten.
He's told us tales, but what a thrill to see you in the flesh. I will enjoy studying your remains, should your exploration turn sour.
Good to know. Oh shit, Rancor.
Help, BD! BD, Stim here!
Okay, at least I got that thingamadiggy done in time. Please don't eat me. Oh, he just does it in one go, I see. Darn. Well, that puts me like all the way back at the saloon. Oh no, it puts me all the way back at the landing pad. Okay. Yonk. Puts me all the way back here.
Be careful.
Noted. I was hoping for more words from you,
Watch
but sure.
yourself out there.
Alright, fine. Is my Corsair blue? Alright. Should he be in Jabba's underground chamber? Should be, but he isn't. Also, for some reason, if we want to, we can explore Coruscant. I don't know how much they expect us to explore, considering we can't get to a lot... Oh, we... Okay, apparently we can get to a lot of different places on Coruscant. I just was not expecting it to be that many different places. Alright.
Shattered moon it is.
I get distracted very easily.
Cal and I made it through the Lucre Hulk all right.
You and I have different definitions of all right.
Alright, and then... There we go. That's a cooler outfit.
I wonder why Dagan sent Ravis instead of coming here himself.
Who knows? Will you let me in my seat, please? I've glitched it, haven't I? I've glitched
This
it.
is
Oh,
your
wait.
captain speaking, inviting you to grab some seat so we can land.
I love how we can take off without being in a seat, but as far as landing goes, he needs us sitting down.
Vulture droids. Looks like Ravis has more separatist toys than we thought.
Doesn't look like they spotted us yet. Think you can land?
I don't know. The risky part's gonna be taken off again, and the last thing I want is to be stuck on this haunted rock.
You could always build a second cantina. Franchise.
Hey, how about you save the jokes for later, Jetpack?
I can hide the mantis.
Last I checked, this ship isn't equipped with a cloaking device.
She's got magic.
What is she doing?
Here we go.
She did this last time.
Trust her.
magic.
Okay, that was impressive.
We will drop you off. Good luck with Ravis.
And to you.
Night Sister magic right there.
Hurry back.
Jetpack.
Will
Man the
do.
guns.
Copy that.
Oh, and I might need some of your blood. In case I get tired.
She's joking. Yep, she's joking. She's missed being around a crew that's like, I don't know if you're joking or not. This is gonna be good.
Can't make any sense of this place, Cal. Be careful.
Yeah, nah, I'll be fine. Alright, we're back here. Alrighty, so pretty sure. More B1s.
Raiders are locking this place down.
Alright. Yep, looks like I need to go that ways. Alright. Should be an easy traversal, if I say so myself. Yep, cool. Awesome. Wasn't making a mistake there. We've already done the thingy-ma-diggy there. Alright, meditate here. This is just so I have a save point. Alrighty, here we go.
It's Ravis's ship. He's headed for the tower. Best way up is through the array.
Now, as far as I recall, there was... Hang on a second. Prayer here. There was a specific spot here that I could now use with my force powers. This. There we go.
I already secured that. Don't open it. Scrap him!
Releasing a missile. Ah! Charging equipment. Enemy is misdirected. Damage within.
This is quad. Time to power down. Shit. Come on. Hey now.
You're an all-star. Get your show run. Come play. Hey now. Ow.
Maybe Centauri hit the compass in the tower. Only one way to find out.
Alright, climb up. Let's see how we go.
I heard the boss wants weight. Do you hear that?
What the fuck? It's a fucking Death Star is what that is. Oh. Timed it just right, and I didn't get obliterated by what I can only assume is a weird Death Star.
Yeah, I don't love the idea either.
Oh boy. Oh shit! That probably could have been a pain and a half.
A fabrication facility on the moon.
It would save us bringing materials from elsewhere.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go.
Jedi, I admire your persistence in following me here. Our time of cold is cut short. You survived.
Oh, that's what happens.
Picking up where we left off.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, good news. We have a shortcut now. That was definitely you.
Since when did Ravis take orders from anybody?
I'll rip you! Enemy in sight.
Can't run from me. Deflecting shots. He's hurt. Don't let up.
Oh, he bleeds!
Help, BD!
This ain't worth dying over. You pay for that. You're rusty. Get back here. Run them through.
Alliance is not optional.
Lol. Ow.
Not bad. Just give in. Blast.
Okay, where the hell is the droid throwing grenades? Oh, he's up there. I'm not going to be able to get to him from up there, am I? Alright,
Thrust it. I survived worse.
I'll catch you. Look for an opening.
I'm hit.
amazing. Thank goodness the BD-1s are rather incompetent with their grenades.
How long have you laid dormant? Soon, you will
Sir
sing again.
Donks88 paid me to say an Australian kiss, the same as a French kiss, but down under.
Code, can you please confirm?
All right, but hurry up and let us know when you're on your way back.
Will do.
All right, and then... Oh, that worked. Alright. 3, 2, 1.
That bruiser sure is loud. It's supposed to be loud, not like you.
It's supposed to be lol.
Program you. It's clearly some kind of mining laser. Oh, what's it mining? It's mining. Do I look like a miner to you? You look like a droid.
Quiet. Your chatter is a distraction. Focus.
I'm gonna take you out. Just you and me.
Hopefully I'm not getting irradiated the fuck out of, like, standing here as this laser goes off and does, like, some nonsense. Oh.
Jedi, I hear you're still with us. I'll give you that. The power is everything. Power is freedom. You will see my power for yourself. I always wondered something about the Jedi. Your ideals teach patience, peace, humility. These are empty mantras. Jedi brutality. That is what the galaxy remembers of the Clone Wars. Not diplomacy. Those who fell to this empire are a pale shadow compared to those from GrantZeebs. And yet, persevere. Perhaps you'll surprise me. You must want to know very badly how far did you
You've already killed for it. Maybe you're no different than the AUS. I will show you
Damn it.
no mercy. In turn, I would expect
Alright, hang on. I'm gonna time it so that it goes off when that thing goes off.
prison, and I will lock you in the prison again. A cage, the only true defeat. Dominance is the only true victory.
Ooh, interesting. 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Well, may stem, bud.
Alright, does this thing go up or does it go down?
Only way up is ahead. And into another firing chamber. Yeah, one was enough. We're not done yet.
Woo boy, this
the
is...
hour approaches for you to make Dagon's vision real once more.
Wonder what this thing is. Oh, Jesus.
Persistence reveals the path.
Alright, well, thankfully we don't have to deal with the... we probably do have to deal with more of the firing chamber, don't we? No, nothing here. Everything is rattling, though. Jesus.
Bree's lab. Doubt she ever thought it would come to this. She made her choices, but if it helps us find a home that's free of the Empire, so be it.
Oh, thank goodness for a meditation chamber.
This is different.
Alright. I am gonna go and end the stream there, actually, because otherwise I feel like I am going to get stuck into... Hang on a sec, where's the music? There's the music. Otherwise, I feel like I might get stuck into doing, you know, a lot more. And I think this area here might be a good opportunity to... Because, let's see, it's the Republic Research Laboratory. If I really want to, I could probably explore other areas of this moon. Or I don't think I have too many other areas of this moon, really. So, really, I just need to go through there. So, that is that. All right. If you will stick around with me for a little bit longer, I'm so sorry, Mad Max, but this is where we're at. If you can stick around with me a little bit longer, we'll get a raid going. And we're going to go to... Let's see. How far is Renslayer in... Oh! She's just at the... It seems Renslayer's just at the desert planet, Jeddah. Alright, let's get a... Let's get a raid going to there. All right. This is our raid message. Himbo is now a Jedi Knight. Are you a Jedi Knight? That's going to be our raid message. You're welcome to use what other kind of emotes you want with it. And that will be that. I've released my schedule out for this week. I have a Twitter poll on my profile. I should probably have it pinned or something like that for, you know, the game we're going to be playing this Saturday. It's going to be a party game stream that viewers and streamers will be able to come in on. I will be back into more Star Wars Jedi Survivor Friday and probably Sunday morning as well. But otherwise, I want to say thank you everyone who came along to tonight's stream. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you'll join with me as we raid into Renslayer. Bye for now.